I'm one of the rabbis at Beth Tzedek congregation in Toronto. If you're watching this live, it's Sunday morning, it's June 28th. If you're watching this another time, welcome to you too. We're going to do a meditation, a real guided meditation this morning about Havdalah. Havdalah is great. And so I welcome you to find a comfortable position, whether you're seated, whether you're lying down. And I want you to go to that place, if you've ever gone there before, which is that moment after you light Shabbat candles. When you take that deep breath and you feel that first separation between Chol and Kodesh, between the rest of the week and Shabbat. Go to that safe space that's full of opportunity and promise and calm. And if you don't know that space, I welcome you to try it. So in Toronto in June, Shabbat ends at 2 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm just kidding. It ends close to 10 o'clock. So it was a very long Shabbat. And I want us to imagine that it's about 9:50 last night, 9:54. And take time to wish farewell to our visitor, the Shabbat Queen. And I invite you to let yourself part from this real special guest who has been with you for longer than a day. You have just spent a complete day in relaxation. Feel the blessings in every fiber of your being that Shabbat HaMalkah, the Shabbat Queen, has brought to you. Your body and your soul are renewed and refreshed, and you reluctantly say goodbye to Shabbat. I invite you to imagine your family or your friends going to an open space outdoor, perhaps in the back of your home, by a lake, in a wooded area, or anywhere that is open to the sky. If you look up, you'll notice that the sun has set. That red ball of deep orange has sunk deep into the horizon, and it's all black now, except for a little bit of moon and 3 stars. In your heart is a mixture of joy and sadness. You've experienced a full day of wonder, a day filled with all the beautiful things in which human beings at their best can participate. Tefillah, rest, food, walks, books, singing, and uplifting the soul to the heights of heaven. As Queen Shabbat departs, gather around in your arms special people that you love and begin to sing. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Eliyahu, Elijah, he symbolizes the coming of the Mashiach. Shabbat afternoon, now ended, is the time most like this Messianic era, when all is peaceful and harmonious. A time where there is sweet shalom in every nook and cranny of the universe. Breathe in that shalom. Breathe in that shalom. Breathe in the shlemut, the wholeness. Together with your dear ones, make a circle. And in the darkness, light a long braided candle. See the shadows of your friends' faces through the glimmer of the candle. And as you stand together, arm in arm, you notice that a figure dances in the middle of the circle. As the words Eliyahu Navi, Elijah the prophet, resound among the trees in the distance, a spirit rejoices with you as if from heaven itself. The figure of Eliyahu has joined you and assists you as you sing farewell to the Shabbat Queen. Watch Eliyahu dance in the middle of your circle. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishvi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Anilavi. And suddenly the figure evaporates and the candle still burns, bringing light and joy and happiness to you and all Jews everywhere. Listen to one of your group chant the Havdalah Bracha, the Havdalah blessing, announcing the separation between Shabbat and the mundane, Israel and the nations, light and darkness, between Shabbat and the 6 days of creation. First is a blessing chanted over the wine, giving sweetness to your sorrow, lightness to your heavy spirit. Next, over the beautiful aroma of spices in the beautiful shaped box with a tiny door to open and inhale the fragrance inside as our special Shabbat soul, the Neshama Yetzera, departs. The extra soul that enters the body of every Jew when Shabbat arrives. We need that whiff of spice to restore us to full vitality. And finally, each person clutches his or her fingers towards their face over the braided multi-wicked candle. The special candle of Havdalah, and watches the shadow between crevices of their fingers and their palms. In that distinction between shadow, between dark, between light, we can see the differences between Shabbat and weekdays. Let it remind you that you are now returning to the ordinary, trying to steal some precious holiness from Shabbat to bring along with you for this next week. Think about some of the special things you did during Shabbat, which is now ending. Remember some of the songs you sang, the people you saw, the things you did, the rest, the relaxation, Shabbat Menucha, as we call it. Let these memories stir around inside of you. And pick one of them and stay with it for an extra moment. Did you read a book which brought you new knowledge or uplifted your soul with charming insight? Was there something that you ate that really felt good in you, that was delicious? Try to remember all of the wonderful things you did on Shabbat. Go through those hours. Now it's time to let go and say goodbye to our special guest. But before we do, let's reflect. Did the Shabbat Queen bring you a few moments of reflection to think about the path of your life, the direction you're traveling? What new understanding did you achieve about yourself, about life, about God during Shabbat? Are you ready now for a week that will be enriched by the pause which Shabbat brought into your life? And what can you do next Shabbat to bring new clarity to your work, to your relationships, to your family, to your own existence? Learning from all the wonderful things that Shabbat brought you, can you think of ways to spread the wealth of the Shabbat experience to make yourself an even richer person next Shabbat? Breathe it in. How can the symbols of Havdalah stretch the harmony and bliss which you experience this Shabbat into the days ahead? Think of the wine, think of the spices, think of the bright light. How can these symbols bring new sweetness, new aroma, and new light into your sometimes tired and weary life? How can you bring these life-giving gifts to the days and weeks of those who are important to you? It's time to softly hum the song of Eliyahu one more time. As you do, imagine yourself pouring some wine into the dish which holds the Havdalah candle. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agadi. The light of the candle is now turned downward into the droplets of the shiny purple wine, and the light is extinguished. Some puffs of smoke ascend from the dish, and the humming becomes ever softer. And now, Shabbat is just a memory. The week has returned. You are now strengthened and renewed for a better week than the one before. You are ready to return to another part of your life. When you are ready, I welcome you to slowly open your eyes. You are prepared for a new week.